when we're young, but even by those standards, these skateboarders are pushing their luck and everyone else's. As you're about to see, they travel at breakneck speeds on the road with no fear of oncoming traffic. Erin Willing reports.
Is he going to be safety gear? It's fast, frightening and downright dangerous. Thrill seekers taking over public roads.
Yeah, I cannot believe it.
This is longboarding.
It's a bit bigger than your normal skateboard.
And it's on the rise.
I'll probably sell 80 longboards a week.
It's the need for speed that has these adrenaline junkies hooked while risking their lives and menacing motorists on roads around the country.
Something so easily could go so badly wrong.
For some, it's harmless fun. For others,
Well, I think it's people with a death wish.
wearing only a helmet and gloves for protection, this rider is on Mount Gravatt in Queensland. It doesn't take long for him to start picking up speed as he races down the steep slope.
Going fast.
Soon he's flying around the corner on the wrong side of the road, showing little concern for what may be coming the other way.
Oh, there's a truck coming the other way, so he's just missed that.
In Adelaide, this skater shows little respect for motorists, swerving from one side to the other. On corners that would make even drivers nervous, riders can reach speeds of up to 120 kilometres an hour. Dressed in only a singlet and shorts, there's little protecting this thrill seeker as he and his mate take up the road.
They must not like their skin. That helmet they're wearing that won't protect them from brain injury when they go into a tree at 80 to 100 kilometres.
Road safety campaigner Karen Robinson works with road trauma victims, and she's horrified by what she's seen.
He takes his eyes from straight ahead, turns his head around to look behind him at the young chap whilst he's travelling at 60 plus kilometres. It's just suicide. This is just suicide.
Karen lost her son in a car crash and isn't surprised it's mostly young men taking part.
It's when they're young and not fully comprehending the consequences of what can occur when it all goes wrong.
And as you're about to see, things can quickly go wrong. It takes just seconds for this rider to stumble and come flying off into a bush. This skater was lucky he only escaped with a broken bone, but others have not been so lucky, like 22-year-old Anthony Fricker.
I don't think it could ever be avoided.
Anthony suffered fatal head injuries after coming off his longboard on the New South Wales North Coast.
He was fully geared up with full leathers and the helmet and the gloves and everything as per motorcycle racing, and he had a stack. It's as simple as that. It was just a tragic accident.
While his father John will never get over the accident, he says there's risks with any sport.
We've had a long think through this, whether you can avoid it, but you can't avoid accidents.
Despite their loss, John and his family don't want to discourage skaters from doing what they love, as long as they're in a safe environment.
I don't think we need to put shackles on the sport as far as limiting people to do the sport. It's really an education to keep safe.
Unfortunately, we're losing too many lives doing silly things.
Sergeant Artie Labos is from Victoria Police and says skaters need to wake up.
We have to make that call at the end of the day to the family to say, well, I'm sorry, they're not coming home.
He says they're not just behaving badly, but they're also breaking the law.
On a road, it's got a road marking. Skateboards are not permitted. And under the road rules, any road that has a line marking whatsoever, they're not permitted to be on that road.
In Queensland, Mount Coot-tha is a popular spot for longboarders and street lugers. Last year, Sue Wickenden was killed while luging down this road. The 50-year-old mother struck a steel barrier after losing control on a corner, not far from where these skaters are filming themselves. Last Sunday, a passenger in a car filmed two people racing down the Black Spur at breakneck speeds. The notorious stretch of road in Melbourne's east is one of the most dangerous in the country.
They're going pretty fast. There's no braking systems on these.
And if keeping an eye out for potholes, trees and cars wasn't bad enough, then how about animals? After passing a truck, this rider narrowly missing a dog.
You don't need to annoy the rest of the road users.
David Robertson is from the Australian Skateboard Racing Association.
Sending your kids out to play rugby every weekend is a dangerous thing to do. I don't think skateboarding quite gets up to that level of danger.
He says skaters just have to understand where to do it safely.
Whether it's on a highway, now that's not
any skateboard for that matter.
And if they really love to do it, they're going to have to find a safer place to do it that doesn't involve a public road where other people have to use that road as well.
Got your heart in your mouth watching that, haven't you? And police say they'll increase patrols at known hotspots around the country to tackle that dangerous behaviour.